in this bag, I have got 2 moving heads, 100 watt LED, gobos, colours, prism, rotating prism. Inside this bag, 2 heads for less than 350 quid. Now I've got your attention. Want to have a look? Come with me. Right, let's go and have a look. Just pointing that up to there. There you can see I've got 2 heads running. That's the gobos and the colours. Rotating prism. Not rotating gobos. Just panning back round. There's the 2 little units there. I think they're doing really well. Now then, is it the best moving head I've ever used? Absolutely not. Do I think it's amazing value? I absolutely do. We're going to talk about the specs in a minute and tell you what we can do with them. Right, just got them running a bit of an auto mode there, not going sound to light or anything. Now these are a beam. So when they go down to their single point, which I'm going to explain in a moment, they're very narrow, it's 2 degrees. When we were looking at it before, I had it set to prism. As you can see, it's quite hard to film these type of things in this small environment when it's dancing around all over the place. Right, let's go in the other room and I'm going to tell you about the specs. Right, just before you recoil in horror, let me tell you what this is. This is the QTX GOBO beam. QTX, it's not, look, if you're looking for a review on a £1,000 moving head with loads and loads of features, this video isn't for you. Move on, we'll see you on the next video. But this item has caught my eye, and rightly so, and it's at its price point. Like I said to you earlier, these 2 heads in a bag, sub £350. If you want to have a look at some of the specs and pricing, click the link in the description to this video, it'll take you through to our website. But let me tell you, 100 watt LED. It is a beam, which means this is very narrow. The beam is very narrow, which you'll have seen earlier in the video, right? And it's 2 degrees, which is not for everyone. It's not a spot. The difference between a spot and a beam is a spot will be much wider, and a beam is a beam. It's a very focused beam, 2 degrees. But this has a prism on it, so it prisms out, which makes that wider, which you'll have seen in the video earlier. Now, again, it doesn't make it massive. You saw the beam angle in the lighting showroom, but I thought it was plenty bright enough. It's a rotating prism. Yep, not rotating gobos. You can't replace the gobos on this. It's a rotating prism, not rotating gobos. It's got 7 colours. It'll do split colours as well. We've got 7 gobos, and it does a gobo shake effect as well. Right, what also caught my eye about this, 4 built-in shows, which I believe one of them is forward facing, so we've got that forward facing thing going on. Right, in the menu as well, something I've not seen in anything else so far. Right, angle adjustment within the menu, so you can adjust and restrict the pan angle options and the tilt angle options. 540, 270, 180, 90 on the pan, and 200, 180, 90 on the tilt. It works sound to light. It works master and slave. I mean, I don't think I've seen a product at this kind of money that has that kind of light output with them kind of features. I think it's all right, you know. Like I said, is it the best moving head I've ever worked with? I mean, I can't believe that in DMX we've got fine pan and tilt adjustment in DMX mode. Yes, it runs DMX, 3-pin XLR DMX in and out, and we've got 13 channel and 9 channel. I think this will work really well under DMX I think you would benefit if you were going to have it for in a show. One thing about a beam light, it's not really as effective unless you're using smoke. A spot, which is obviously a lot wider, you will get bigger gobos on the wall. You'll get a much bigger pattern on the wall. You're not going to get that with a 2-degree beam angle. But if you were going to DMX this up, I think I'd probably keep the prism engaged all the time, just to make that pattern that bit wider on the wall. So things are doable. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about as well? Oh, it's gone from my brain. Oh no. Yeah, it's got strobe. We can strobe, and that's on DMX as well. I don't know. It just caught my eye, and you think at this price point, I think it's all right. That's the QTX GOBO beam, 100 watt LED, 2 of them in a bag, sub 350 quid. What a time to be alive!